Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is just the very beginning of spring break here in Pagosa Springs. Not our spring break, but certainly we're the hosts of many, many people coming here for spring break. The big week, of course, will be next week. And then the following week, we will still be pretty busy in the community. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We get a little bit more snow up in the mountain. It would make everybody so much happier. Especially us here, as we know we will need that water for the summer. But we welcome everybody that is here for spring break here in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. We're thrilled that you've chosen to come to our community to spend your vacation, and we hope that you have a wonderful time. We know we want everybody to be patient. There's lots of large groups out there. Everybody wants to be fed at the same time, served. Everybody wants to sit together. We hope everybody will be just relax at your vacation, just enjoy the community and enjoy all our businesses. So everybody will get ready. We have an event next week. It's our monthly event. It's our Maximizing Your Membership class on Tuesday, March 12th. That will start at 8 o'clock in the morning and be from 8 until 9. I highly encourage our businesses that have been with us for quite a while to come to a Maximizing Your Membership class. You just don't know some of the new things that we're doing, and it's really very informative. Kim Hartfield, our membership coordinator, puts that on Tuesday. We do serve a light breakfast, so if you could just call us and let us know if you're coming, we would certainly appreciate it, just so that we can make sure we have enough food to feed you on Tuesday morning. But most importantly, there's just great information. It's a quick class, 1 hour, but it also gives you the opportunity to talk to Kim and talk to me and see if are you using your account the way you should, your chamber membership the way you should? Are you in the correct category listing? Do you need anything else? Are you using your benefits appropriately and to their full extent? So please think about joining us for an hour next week for our monthly Maximizing Your Membership class. Now, the other thing I'm going to ask the community's indulgence for is, as many of you know, we do have a new website. We're very proud of it. We went live right at the beginning of the year, so the site is incredibly responsive and incredibly fast. So it's available on your phone, your iPads, your desktop. It's a great resource. It just is a great resource. But most importantly, right now, we have a lot of information on there. I'm going to encourage those nonprofit agencies or organizations that are getting ready to have events, even into the summer and the fall. Get them on the Chamber's event calendar. People are creating and planning for events in the summer, and they go to this website to see what else they might be in competition with. And so they want to avoid that. So the more information we have on that calendar, the better off everybody is. If you're having any problems, please give Kim in our office a call. Now, the other flip side of that coin is that page, that event calendar page, is one of the most frequented pages on the Chamber's website. People are coming to Pagosa, they're wanting to know what's going on, and they want to know about your event. Your event's not there, you're just losing people potentially. So please think about listing your event on the Chamber's website. It's free. The other thing that is on the Chamber's website on the homepage right now is what's called the Cone Zone Survey. That is a survey put out by the Main Street program, and it's talking about our upcoming construction on Highway 160. Now, we know it's going to be a tough time. However, we want to hear your opinions, your concerns, but we also want to hear about any ideas you might have. Maybe you've been in a community that has had major construction before. What went well? What what didn't go well? Should we probably try and avoid? But what are some things that may have gone really well that we may not be aware of? So please, fill out the Cone Zone survey. It takes just a few minutes, and we'd really, really like your feedback. The other thing that's also on the homepage is already the car show, which is happening June 7th and 8th. Registration is open already for the car show. We are really rolling on that for this year. We're going to be looking at some really great entertainment, especially for Friday night. We're looking at classes, demonstrations. We're looking at some contests. It's really going to be a great car show this year. We are still planning to have it on Lewis Street, but again, that could be subject to change. But what won't change is the car show on June 7th and 8th. So get out there and register and be one of those early bird registrations and get a free t-shirt. Now, the other thing that is on there is our newsletter as well. And there is a lot of information in our newsletter this time, anything from the Cone Zone survey to those of you out there that may have been doing some mitigation this past year for wildfire control in and around your property. There's some information in there about tax credits that you could possibly get. So please take a look at our newsletter. There's some information about programs that we'll be working on for this year. And it's just a great, great resource. There's also the video for the winners of the community awards. It's a really great newsletter this time. So we highly encourage you to take a look at that. And you can get that through the Chamber's website as well. And the one thing I will ask for the indulgence is, as we mentioned, we have this great new website, but we've also been doing a lot of IT work and cleanup here at the Chamber. And so one of the things that we're doing is migrating our emails. So we have a couple emails and our calendars are still not quite synced. So please bear with us if we don't get back to you right away. We do have to sift through. We're migrating everything together, but it may take us a few days to catch up to everything. So thank you for your indulgence. We do appreciate it. Now, as I mentioned, we are very happy to have our guest today. It is the last of our series of 3 for our new Chamber Board of Directors. We had Billy Kotz with us before, Annie Sewell, and now we have Davilyn Valdez, who is the owner with her husband, of The Last Resort on the River, which is down 84. I know, Davilyn, you have been around Pagosa much
a while.
I have. I've been here 30 years. So and so you know so many people, but I'm not sure a lot of people know that both you and Rich purchased this beautiful RV park down on Highway 84, and you're kind of veering off in another direction.
Yeah, it's been really exciting for us, actually. So January 2 years ago, so we're about to start our 3rd summer at the Last Resort on the River, down Highway 84, like you said. So yeah, we have been busy booking, and we just booked a family for the 3rd summer in a row. So it seems to be like, people they pick their spot and they want to come back, and that's where their family reunion is at. And so we're excited to kick off the season soon.
So is it only an RV park, or do you have tent camping there? Do you have any patio kind of trailers? Tell us exactly.
Yeah.
Because there are people here, of course, that live here that have family and friends come. And so they may say, hey, you should be down on the river. So tell us a little bit about what makes up the last RV.
Yeah. So when we bought it, it was the Last Resort RV Park. And we added to the name RVs, cabins, and campsites, because it is a traditional RV park. And then when we bought it, it had just been expanded. So we have some larger RV sites. Then we have the Champion Circle. We have riverfront sites that are water and electric only. And then we, of course, have tent sites. All of our tent sites are on the water. Very awesome. I mean, great tent camping. And then we have 2 toy haulers and a 5th wheel that we rent out if people want to come camping but don't have a camper. And then we've actually kind of for the winter converted them to kind of like midterm housing for people, like when they've come to town and their employer wanted them to start work a little sooner than they could find housing. And so they've been able to stay down there and totally enjoy it. Other people have stayed there in their own fifth wheels, motorhomes, that kind of stuff while their houses are being built. And kind of sad to go when they go because it's just really peaceful and down on the river and quite lovely. Even though their houses are beautiful as well. But then we built a cabin and it should be ready to reserve. We actually have it reserved for the summer off and on. So it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath cabin and it sits it's maybe 50 feet off the river.
Wow.
And then we have another little blue cabin and it is just a dry cabin. So it's got like a king size bed, and a microwave and a refrigerator, that kind of stuff. And it sits right next to the bathhouse. So it comes with shower tokens to use the bathroom in the bathhouse.
Okay.
But yeah, so lots of very affordable options to stay in if you want to come to Pagosa for the weekend, but you don't have a lot of money for a big Airbnb or whatever, but you can come down and stay there for very reasonable and have the full mountain experience. So
well, we do get a lot of requests for tent camping, and so
yes.
that a lot of the RV parks don't have that capability. So that's really great to know. And it is so beautiful and so peaceful down there. It really is. So you've put a lot into it. You have been so involved in the community. You've raised your girls here in 4-H, and now you've taken the plunge as a business owner to be on the board of directors. What kind of, when you were invited, what kind of made you think I could do this?
Sure. Well, for me personally, my grandparents owned a shoe store in my hometown for 50 plus years. My dad owned a recreational center that is very similar to the last resort. It wasn't an RV park, but it was an outdoor recreational area. And so I've always kind of been in the business scene, even though I didn't choose that as my first career. When we were kind of trying to figure out what Rich's next step would be, we wanted to just do something where people were going to be happy and fun. And an RV park just sounded ideal. And honestly, everyone, when they show up there, they're just so happy to, one, be in Colorado, and two, just be in a beautiful, peaceful spot. And it really has just been a total 180 for us. So to be able to just go out there and just go and relax and have fun with everyone who's out there relaxing and having fun.
Nice.
But as far as for me on the chamber, I feel like I can give maybe some perspective for newer business owners. And, we're trying to start at the new way of doing business. A lot of businesses that have been established before all this technology boom, everybody's kind of transitioning at the same time. And luckily we get to come in kind of ahead of the transition, like you guys are updating your emails and that kind of stuff. And so, we're hopefully just trying to come in at a time and take advantage of all the hard work and the groundwork that everybody else has already done. And somewhere in there's got to be some guidance that I can provide to the chamber. And, I want to help all the businesses in Pagosa succeed. Love it here. We've always wanted to see everybody do well. And so, for businesses, this is where our heart is. And if, now that our girls are grown and gone, like, where can we put our time and energy? And we really want to do that in supporting our local businesses.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, we're lucky to have you and your longevity here in the community, that history, and yet that new business perspective, because you're absolutely right. I was just having lunch with someone and we were talking about, since COVID, that change of the business community, and talking with someone yesterday as well about all the changes and what happens, so many businesses changed their business model, and it was great, and many of them became much more productive. So Davilyn, if you could say one more thing about anything, your resort, being on the board, words of wisdom, what would that be?
I think just that, Pagosa is ever changing, and yet it's always the same. The beautiful mountains are where we've been very fortunate to live in a place that the beauty we love is mostly the same. And I guess my words of advice would be to just embrace that for what it is today and make everybody successful using what we have here in Pagosa.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Know you're taking a break, but thank you so much. And we are thrilled to have you on the board of directors for the next 3 years. So 3 years, that's it. So get ready for the ride. And thank you for sharing some of your insight on your business and just you and your thoughts on the chamber. We really appreciate it. And we also say, that our board of directors are often our eyes and our ears. So you have again a great depth and breadth of knowledge of the community and people in it. So folks, I hope that if you do need to talk to someone, this is one of your board of directors.
Yeah,
so
hit me up. I love to hear. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for joining us,
Yeah,
Davilyn. We appreciate it. And everybody, thank you once again for joining us this afternoon. We appreciate it. Fingers crossed, a little bit more snow in the mountain. How about it? So thank you. Have a great week. Get out there, be the best you can be so people continue to come back to Pagosa year after year and enjoy their vacations here in Pagosa Springs before the slow time hits in April. This is a time for us. So we welcome everybody. If you are visiting our show and have not seen it before, we appreciate you joining us today. And everybody in all our businesses, have a great week. We will be back next week, but have a great week and a great spring break time. Be safe out there and be profitable. And we'll see everybody next week. Thank you.